Fellow traders, what's going on? John with Tactical Trading here with OTC Saturday. A little bit late, but better late than never. YouTube's first and longest running series dedicated to the OTC markets. Thank you so much for being here. Not a bad week in the OTC with a few securities making some big moves. But before we get started, a quick disclaimer. Everything mentioned on this channel is strictly my opinion and should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before buying any security to see if it is a fit for your trading style and your portfolio. Now let's get started. First company, let me just switch over here. First company I want to take a look at is Homeland Resources, HMLA. This one closed up 103% on Friday at 0.0114. This thing came off the expert market on Friday, went pink current, or actually Thursday evening, and had a huge run. As you could take a look at the chart here, this thing had 60 million in volume. Kind of zoomed out on the chart here at the 5-year chart. Last time this thing had a huge run was way back in the end of 2019, where this thing ran almost up to almost 10 cents. This thing, let's see here. Yeah, this thing ran up almost to 9 cents. That's incredible. But this thing has a great share structure. Ran as high as 0.0175 on Friday. Again, as you can look back at the 5-year chart, this is the largest volume day it's had in that time. And I can go to all time and let's see. Not the highest volume day then. We had some volume. This is a weekly chart as well too, so this is only one day. So it looks like that could have been the highest day volume that we have had for this company, maybe all time. I didn't really look back 8-9 years or anything like that, but regardless, this thing had a huge day. And you could look, this thing ran all the way up to 0.0175 and then subsequently pulled back with some profit taking on the close. Due to the fact that this thing is such a low float, any profit taking could cause a little bit of a panic in people that already had profits in it and wanted to secure their profits for the weekend. But I don't think that's indicative of where this price is going to go. I really like this thing going into the next week with only 100 million of the authorized shares and only 36 million in the outstanding. We have nothing here on the restricted or unrestricted. It looks like 8.9 million on the float, but I wouldn't look into that as being an exact number. I'd probably be looking more at this outstanding shares is what we have in the float. So there has been in fact, there's an article out if you want to look at it and get any research on this company, Microcap Daily, from last week, or I think it was Friday, had for April 8th, had the article out, so you could take a look here. These guys are tied to FOMC, another stock we're going to take a look at here. You can also go on to Twitter. The CEO, Vic Grove, is on here, said FOMC and HMLA. It says, read the Form 10. FOMC now has a $2.1 million equity stake in HMLA, 40% of its true market cap. It is the whole mission for a tech incubator to spin out and create value. Do the math. Sum of the parts. CMGI 2.0. Don't know where this thing goes, but if it does break that, if it does happen to break that 175 area, this thing could definitely hit or break too. So, and that would be almost a 80% gain from where we're at right now. So I really do like this company going into next week, especially with that share structure. But be aware that this is such a low float that you're going to want to take some profits off the table if this thing does run, though. But I think from these levels, we pretty much bottomed out on Friday, and it looks like this thing did want to push up. We kind of just ran out of clock on Friday. So do like HMLA. Want to go to FOMC. This is a company that's with these guys. This is not one of my, I like what this company has done. I like the acquisition that they had earlier in the year. I do like the fact that they did a lot of cleaning up their books, cleaning up their debt before they made that acquisition. You know, that's good to be said about a OTC company, but I'm not a big fan of this share structure here. But being that it's a TRIPS play, 0.00075, it does have 7.5 billion in the float, but it can move. The stock can move, so we just need a lot of buying pressure because this thing did have. Let's take a look here with the volume of 400 million, 407 million, almost 408 million on the volume, and really didn't push it that much. So this thing's going to need a lot of volume to push it. So again, I'm bringing this to your attention because it's tied to HMLA, and I do think this one can eventually start moving. Now to the next play, and this is one we've been talking about since March 1st, been pounding the table on this one. This is DUTV, broke the highs on Friday, up only 5%, but it broke the 139 highs and closed at 144 right at the end of the day on 16.5 million in volume. If we take a look at the chart here, again, we've been talking about this since right here, March 1st, right around a half a penny. And yeah, this thing has just been on a grind all the way up since. And or actually right here is March 1st, excuse me. And this is when Mark Galswick took over the company or was named the CEO. And this thing, again, has been riding up ever since. And you can see it kind of, it had a nice dip opportunity here in early April, and then has had a subsequent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight green days. I don't think that stops on Monday. I think this continues possibly through the week. They did announce that they do have the acquisition. They had the PR. We could take a look here. And it says Digital Utility Ventures, Inc. announces planned company structure. And then you can just read through the PR here. This guy has quite a bit of his own personal money put into this. And I don't see this one. I mean, this is one of the ones that I've been saying for a while that I really think this could wind up being a long-term hold in the OTC. Those are few and far between. This is one I really like. I'm going to touch on a few other of my, and this is definitely probably my top play going into next week. I do like HMLA, but this is one I like for more of a longer-term hold. A couple other plays, obviously, we know about FERN Corporation, closed down 5% at 0.01517. This is definitely one I like. I want to touch on a couple other ones that we've been talking about quite a bit. CYBL, this one did have a nice run on Thursday and then pulled back on Friday. This one could probably pull back to the 180, 170 area before taking off again. But I think this one... again, one of the better, not the greatest share structure, but again, one of the better companies in the OTC. Let's take a look here again. Another one that we've been talking about quite a bit is Industrial Nanotech, INTK. This one was down 2%, trading right at around 3.5 pennies right now. I think this one easily can break 5 cents. I don't know about next week, but eventually this thing will, and it will start rolling. So really like INTK going forward. I'm going to touch on a couple of stocks. In fact, last week we talked about a few. We talked about Kona Gold, which had a really good week. This thing was up 25% on Friday. And like I said, I really like this one. We talked about this last week, and this one was up pretty good over the week. So I do still like KGKG. I think it has some more room to run. Another play that I think has a lot of potential is another one we talked about last week, and that's VAPR Brands International, VAPR. This one closed at 0.033, up 11% on Friday. Again, this one's another one with a low float, so this one's going to have some pretty wild swings. Only about 64 million in the float. 332 million approximately in the outstanding shares. So these guys are getting into the EV market. So this is one to watch. This one could pull a DSGT type move. I really like this play going forward. And a couple other ones I want to watch. One that I had a good trade on this week, and this is PUGE Technologies. This thing got crushed towards the end of the week. This thing ran as high as, I believe, 0.0044. And subsequently just got smashed on Thursday and Friday. Had a good start to the week. Had a really good Tuesday and Wednesday of last week. As you can see here, in fact, Monday started off the week pretty good on some decent volume. Actually, absolutely exploded on Tuesday and Wednesday. Was this? No, it was actually Monday and Tuesday. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Last Friday it had a decent day, and then started the week really strong with a very strong Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday kind of got pushed around a little bit. But this thing's not even pink current right now. I still think that's a possibility. We still have another gap close to 0.007 on the chart. So I think once this thing goes pink current, we can get some moves, and I don't think it's really done. I mean, if you look at the volume of this thing, 215, almost 216 million in volume, meaning there's a lot of eyes on this thing. So I still think now, make no mistake about it, this is not by any means a long-term hold for me. I have no interest in holding this long term, but this is definitely a vehicle that I will use to get some cash, because this is a very good trading vehicle, and despite the higher float, this one can really move. So I like this one, and I really like this play as well too. And this is Indo Global Exchanges, IJEX. 89 million in volume, closed up 18% at 0.0082. This thing was actually down in the 40s and 30s just a little over a couple of weeks ago. You can see this thing just got beaten up on the chart down to 0.0023. In fact, that's absolutely incredible. And then you can see this thing has just kind of worked its way up. I might be waiting for a little bit of a pullback here. Probably going to be looking for a pullback right around the mid-60 area, and that's where I'd be looking to load the boat on this thing for a trade to break a penny. So really like IJEX going forward, the mineral company, and like I said, I think this thing has some potential. So just kind of make the video quick here. There are quite a few plays we want to go over, but my main play going into next week is definitely DUTV, and I think that one, again, has long-term potential written all over it, and I do like HMLA. Other than that, there's really, kind of want to play it by ear, wait for any news, see if anything happens like that. But other than that, that's all I got for you. Always remember, this is a business and it should be treated as such. Devise a plan with strict rules. Always stick to those rules. Always be open to learning and improving your skill set. Use mistakes as an opportunity to grow, and only rely on your own skill and judgment when entering and exiting a trade. And most importantly, be a professional. And as always, let's get that money, traders.